What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is MP with MP Talk Sports, and we finally did it. The New England Patriots beat Tua and the Miami Dolphins, with the final score being 33-27 New England. Now, this was such an exciting game to watch, and that's what we like to see. That's something that we haven't seen over the past few years with the New England Patriots is being able to watch exciting football. And this was a very exciting game to watch. It was a great football Sunday for us here in New England. Our drive sequence in this game was a touchdown by Mac Hollins with a missed extra point, a touchdown by Kayshawn Booty with another missed extra point, a field goal, a punt, a touchdown by Drake May after a 6-yard scramble, a 2-point conversion touchdown by Stevenson, a punt, and that was the punt that Miami ran back for a touchdown. But then on the kickoff return, Gibson ran it back for a touchdown. And that was when you saw Vrabel running with him down the sideline. Vrabel was super excited for Gibson. So that was a touchdown. Then we had a field goal. And then after that, we turned Miami over on downs to end the game with a Tua sack. Drake May went 19 for 23, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns. Stevenson led us on the ground and in receiving. He had 11 carries for 54 yards and 5 receptions for 88 yards. Henderson only had 3 carries for 10 yards, but he also had 2 receptions for 30 yards. So, not much on the ground for him, and I know that I wanted him to get more touches this game and hopefully put some yards on Miami. But Stevenson definitely stepped up in this game. Much improvement from last week. Austin Hooper had 3 receptions for 38 yards, and Stephon Diggs had 4 receptions for 32 yards. So the good here on the offense was that Drake May looked so much more comfortable this week than he did last week, at least in the second half of last week. Last week, the second half, he didn't look comfortable, he didn't look confident, second guessing himself, second guessing um, targets or whatever the case may be. He just didn't look comfortable and confident. But he just seemed so much more aware this week. He ran when he needed to run, and he had 31 rushing yards, including that rushing touchdown. And he only had 4 incompletions. So this team as a whole, we looked and played much more confidently this week. And again, that's something that we like to see. And being able to score the 2 touchdowns on our first 2 drives was definitely something that set the tone for this game, as well as boosted the confidence of this whole entire team. And that's something that we need because after that interception last week, that's when everything went downhill for us. The confidence went downhill. The being comfortable wasn't there. And that was all after one interception, after a great first half last week. Unfortunately, though, we did have 12 penalties for 75 yards. We had 8 offensive penalties for 55 yards, and we need to get under control. There was 4 false starts, 1 by Will Campbell and 3 by Moses. And we have a problem with going backwards. Again, that was something last year that we kept doing constantly, was going backwards, going backwards, going backwards. And we can't do that. We do not want to do that. I mean, it was not last week was okay. This week was worse for that. But my biggest pet peeve though, I think is mostly the false starts. We got to make sure we get the false starts under control. And this is the second week that Campbell had at least 1 false start. So we definitely do need to work on that. But something I also don't understand is how our kicker can't make an extra point, but yet can hit a 53-yard field goal. Those were 2 points that we could have had at the end of the game that may have made us stress a little less at the end of the game, or even force us to go for that 2-point conversion. So on the Miami side, Tua went 26 for 32, 315 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Achan led them on the ground with 11 carries for 30 yards, and Tyreek Hill led them in receiving with 6 receptions for 109 yards. Achan also had a receiving touchdown, and Waddle had a receiving touchdown. So we forced them to punt twice. We forced them to go for 2 field goals. And just before the 2 minute warning, we got an interception. And then, with less than a minute left, we sacked Tua on a 4th and 12, securing us the win. Again, the final score being 33-27, New England. So we have improved so much from even last week to this week, last season to this season. And we made plays in crucial moments, definitely on defense with the interception and that sack on 4th and 12. But we made plays on offense as well. You know, that return from Gibson that gave us a touchdown. Stevenson made great plays. He looked great this week. And again, very exciting to watch. And we took advantage of bad football, which is something that Vrabel said that he was going to want to do this year, was be able to make sure that he took opportunities and be able to take advantage of bad football. And that's exactly what we did. So right now we are second in the AFC East, and we got to keep that going. We have to keep that going for sure. And again, as long as we don't go backwards, take advantage of bad football, force turnovers, Drake May and this offense needs to stay comfortable. They need to stay comfortable and confident. We play the Steelers this Sunday in week 3, which, to be honest, I do predict being a very hard game for us. It's going to be challenging, I'm sure. But we play them at home. We're going to go into this week with confidence. And hopefully, like I said, we keep this going. We got to keep this going. I'm so happy we had an exciting Sunday of football this week with the New England Patriots. And this week, hopefully, still exciting, but it is going to be a tough one for us, I'm sure. But if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. I'm MP, and this is MP Talk Sports.